lads and lads, welcome back to another episode of the Podcast Podcast. I'm back, and I'm solo. I'm alone, which is awesome, by the way. I've missed doing my solo podcast. Don't get me wrong, I love doing having guests on the podcast, but editing just makes it like fucking brutal, man. I mean, I love having guests because, you know, I learn new stuff. I get to talk to people. I'm not alone. Yada, yada, yada. But editing, oh my God, man. Like the other day, like the last podcast I did with Amina, great podcast. Loved it. But when I was editing, you know, I was like 2 hours in and I'm like, fuck, I need a break, man. How much do I have left? And I look at the time on the program and I'm barely 10 minutes in. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? 50 more minutes of this shit. It's fucking brutal, man. This editing shit is brutal. You know, just having to clip from one camera to another and syncing the voices. There's probably an easier way to do it than the way I'm doing it. But I'm such a fucking idiot that I haven't figured it out yet. So it's fucking brutal, man. You know, I was telling my boy Rick the other day when I was editing, I'm like, it's really hard to fucking do this shit when you're not getting paid, you know? And I'm not doing this for the money, but it's a lot easier to do it if you two were to be like, here, Kenny, for every podcast you put out, I'm going to give you $1,000. Even $1,000. That's all I'm asking for. $1,000, you know? Then I'd be like, yeah, by all fucking means, you know? And, you know, these fucking famous YouTubers, they probably, I'm not going to lie, they probably started off where I'm at, you know? And they put in the work. But fuck, man, the amount of money these fuckers make, I'd be happy to do a video. You know, or not even that. They don't even edit their own videos. None of these famous YouTubers sit down and edit their own shit. They fucking, they pay someone else to do it. They just show up, look pretty for the camera. I can't even do that. As soon as it says look pretty for the camera, I'm fucking done. And they get to go home. Send the clips. I don't know how the fuck they do it, right? And they just get the finished product. And like I said, they probably started off where I started off. We're doing their own shit. But it's fucking brutal, man. It's fucking brutal. Sorry if you guys keep seeing me look over here. I'm watching the game. Man City's currently playing right now, and I got money on the game, so I keep like looking over to it. But yeah, guys, I'm back solo, and I like these podcasts because I really get to fucking talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, you know? I get to talk about myself, which, you know, is my favorite thing to do. I'm not gonna lie. What I want to talk about, okay. Here's a fucking funny-ass story that I feel like I should share with the world. I've shared with a bunch of my friends already, so why not share it to 10 more people? I said share it to the world like fucking a shitload of people watch this shit. But, you know, I gotta really stop fucking bringing myself down, you know? I keep saying, you know, Kenny, you're making videos and people are watching them. So be fucking satisfied that people are sitting down and watching your stupid shit, you know? So, let me tell you, I call this the porn hack story, right? So this happened to me. When did this happen to me? I don't remember. If I'm being completely honest, I was young. I was like around maybe 12, anywhere between the ages of 12 and 14, around there. No, I wasn't in high school yet. I was anywhere between the ages of like 11 and 13, I guess, somewhere around there, right? I'm leaning towards 12, maybe 12. So basically, what happened was I just figured out internet porn, right? So, you know me, fucking, well, you know, 12-year-old boy finds out internet porn. What, I mean, what goes through your mind after that? You know, let's just say I took my dick to town, like fucking 3-4 times a day, shooting blanks, you know. I wasn't even old enough to fucking, okay, Jesus, Kenny, right? You'd have to fucking get all fucking visual here. Okay, so, to the point, so I was like around 12 years old, right? I was watching porn. And I was like a good couple months in. And I'm young in this game, you know? I'm young in the whole fucking porn game, you know. So um I was watching porn, right? It's already been a couple of months of me doing this. And then after a couple months in, you know, I got bored of my website. That sounds funny to say. You know, I got bored of the shit to watch on my website. So I'm like, well, why don't I seek new adventures and go past the first page of Google? That's when you know shit was serious. That's when you know when I was serious. When I fucking passed the first page of Google, that's when you're desperate. So I went to like the second, third page of Google, right? And I was just looking at the links. You know, I wasn't clicking on them. I was just looking at them, right? And then I was like at the second, third page, somewhere around there. And I clicked on the link. I was like, well, this one seems different, right? So I clicked on the link, right? And as soon as I clicked on the link, you know how videos, there's thumbnails, right? Just like YouTube. So obviously in YouTube, there's like thumbnails of people making faces like, or, you know, with the caption like right here or something. On this side, it was more like, you know, those are the kind of thumbnails you see, right? So as soon as I clicked on the page, the thumbnails came up, right? Like 5 videos with the thumbnails, right? And you see those standard thumbnails, right? The first 2. And I remember by like the 3rd or 4th thumbnail, I literally was on the page for like 3 seconds, because after that is when I got hacked. So I only saw the thumbnails, and it was for like a quick second. So if I remember correctly, like I said, I was only on the screen for like 3 seconds. So, and this was what, like 8 years ago. So if I remember correctly, on one of the thumbnails, I could have sworn I saw a fucking, like a dog, you know, like a dog with like, so straight up doggies. Oh, sorry, I heard vibration. I was like, is that my vibrator? What do you call it? So I saw a dog. So it was like literally doggy style, you know? So I saw a dog, and then I don't remember seeing like a fucking a girl. I'm pretty sure there was a girl in there. And what is that called? Is that called bestiality or some shit like that, right? So that's all I saw. And I remember that was the last thing I saw, because my 3 seconds were up after that, right? So that pops up, screen goes black, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, maybe my phone died or something. And it was black for like a good 5 seconds. So I was like, what the hell's going on, right? And then a screen popped back up, and it like, all I saw on the top of the fucking screen was the logo for the FBI, right? Immediately, I went soft. So immediately, my little pecker went soft, you know? So I was like, oh shit. So my little pecker went soft, and my asshole clenched, right? So I'm getting very visual. So I just saw FBI, and then a bunch of like fucking like lettering on the bottom, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I was kind of like, I was like speechless for a good, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds, right? And then I started reading, and then you see all these codes, like code fucking 7.A, you know, and like Matthew 73-4. But I saw a bunch of codes, right? And like, I guess they're like codes and laws and I don't know what the fuck, right? And I started reading, and it said a bunch of big words. I'm 12, so I said a bunch of big words like federal, fucking justice, blah, 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 fucking jail, fucking raped. And come on in, guys. Rick. Sorry, guys, I have guests while I'm recording a podcast. What up, guys? What up, guys? What up? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. What is that?
You know me, some food and
Some food and
some new too. You dig?
I feel you. Well, as my 6th grade teacher would say, I hope you brought enough for everybody.
Oh.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Well,
I got you from Yanni.
back to my porn hack story. So, I was watching porn, right? And I got hacked. And all I saw was FBI on the top of the screen. And I read a bunch of big words like federal, justice, jail, ass raped, So my little 12-year-old ass clinched. So I was so scared. I was shitting bricks. Let's just put it that way, right? And I was like, fuck, I'm about to go to jail, Like, I don't know what to do. I was like, what the hell? So I started, like fucking with my phone. Like, not fucking my phone. I meant, trying to, turn it off and fucking... I'm surprised I didn't throw it out the window. But I was I was trying to figure out what the fuck, And I could scroll, and I could even go to another page, but I couldn't, exit out of it. I couldn't get out of that screen. And I tried turning it off. It wouldn't turn off. I was like, what the fuck, I was super scared. I remember my parents were downstairs talking, and, I started debating, should I go tell them what's going on? And then I was like, no, that's fucking embarrassing. They're going to know that I was watching porn. So I was trying to think of different things that I could say that I was watching that would give, what do you call it? Would give reason for the FBI to, come look for me, So I was like, but something less embarrassing. I don't know. I was looking at fucking weapons, or I don't know, something that wasn't... I didn't care if it was more dangerous or if it was worse than watching porn, but something that was less embarrassing, Keep in mind, I'm 12. I don't want my parents to know that I'm fucking stroking it upstairs. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna tell them. I'm gonna turn off my phone. I had an Android at the time, so I can take the battery. I can take the battery out. So I took the battery out, right? I was like, fuck, I'll let this shit fucking cool down, and then I'll put the battery back in. So time went by, 5-10 minutes went by. I put the battery back in, turned the phone on, and everything was good. So I was like, hell yeah. I mean, I still wanted to stroke it, so I'm just kidding. No, I did it. It went back on, for a good 2 minutes. I was relieved. I started praying to God. I was saying, you know what, God, I apologize for committing these sins. I'm never going to stroke my little 12-year-old dick again. I'm never going to do this ever again. I'm sorry. I know this is a sin. I'm going to hell. Blah, 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 right? After, what do you call it? After 2 minutes, the screen went black again. I was like, fuck. I was like, damn. And FBI message came up again, and I was like, damn, man, what the fuck? And, my heart started beating fast, and I was like, I felt like Jerry. Have you guys seen Tom and Jerry when Jerry's hiding from Tom, and he's hiding behind a wall, and his heart's pounding out of his chest? You can see the heart mark. And then as soon as he pushes his heart into his chest, it starts pounding out his ass or something. That's how I felt. And then I was like, fuck. So the other screen, I did mention that I was able to go to another screen other than the FBI one. And the other screen was, it was a form, if I didn't want the FBI to come, I can pay this fee. And if I pay this fee, then the FBI will not come after me anymore, right? So I was like, fuck, dude, I'm fucking, you know what? Actually, I could have been older. I wasn't 12. I was 14. Yeah, because I knew I had some money saved. Because basically, okay, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. They were asking for $500. They said, if you have, and I'm like, fuck, $500 for a 12-year-old? Jesus. So, so they're asking for $500, which I was like, fuck, dude, that's a lot of money. That's exact, I had that exact amount saved up. What a coincidence, right? So I was like, no, I've been saving this money up. I've been working, because I'm gonna say 14 because I started working at 14. I was getting paid under the table. I was doing catering, right? for like quinceañeras and weddings, you know, and I was washing dishes. So, and every day I'd get $150, right? Every weekend. So I had $500 saved up. And then like 550, like anywhere from 550 to $600. And I was like, fuck, you know, I felt so happy that I had saved up this money, and they were asking for $500, and I couldn't pay. The only way to pay was if, wait, did I say 8 years ago? No, this wasn't 8 years ago. Fuck, I'm 24. Jeez. This was like 10 years ago, right? Okay, so, the only way I could do is I need to buy a card from these local drugstores, prepaid cards, put $500 in it. After I buy it, I write down the code into this page, blah, 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 and then it would process it. And if everything goes through, then the FBI won't come knocking after me. Because apparently the FBI needed $500 bucks on the spot. I guess what was this, like, what did I say, 10 years ago, 2020? So I guess it was around the 2008 crash. Was it? Fuck, no, 2010. I can't even do math. It was right after the crash. It was like a couple years after the market crash. So I guess they needed $500, right? So, so I did it. I fucking paid him. I paid him. Screen didn't go away for like 10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? You know, I gave you your money. Give my fucking life back. So, paid the money. Fucking, picture me, a 14-year-old walking to 7-Eleven, putting $500 cash on a prepaid card. The guy behind the counter is probably like, what is this for? You know, or whatever the fuck their accent is. I can't do it. That was horrible. And I paid it. I paid it. 10 minutes went by and the screen didn't go away. Then finally the screen went away. And I was like, I was relieved. I was like, oh, fuck, thank God. Thank God. I went back to my praying. I went back to, I'm never going to do this shit again. You know, fuck porn, fuck naked women, fuck everything, you know? And paid it. I didn't care about the money at that point. I was just happy that the FBI weren't going to kick my door down. And yeah, but after like a good couple days, I realized I kind of thought I was putting everything together, and I was like, wait, the FBI doesn't need my $500. Why would they ask me to go to get a prepaid card? Why, you know, things were starting to like, I was starting to piece things together, and, you know, and I realized that I got fucking scammed. I was like, I got fucking scammed, right? So, the reason I'm making this video and I'm telling you guys is, there's any 14, actually, you know what, I shouldn't even be talking to underage kids. If there's anybody out there that gets this message, it's a bunch of bullshit, you know? So, fucking watch all the porn you want. If you see any fucking of these messages, I mean, then again, I wouldn't go away from the top 2 porn sites, right? There's no reason to. So that's all I have to say. Like, fucking don't go past the first page of Google to get some good porn. You know, you don't need to. There's a bunch of crazy stuff out there, and you know that's the thing with porn. That's the fucking thing with porn. That after you keep watching a bunch of missionary, you know, you get bored. You're like, I want to see something more intense, something more brutal. Like, I'm tired of this standard missionary, you know? So, you know, I came across, there's some stupid one. Now I'm going to talk about like the kind of shit that is on porn, right? Like all the guys watching this shit don't know. You guys all fucking know this shit. So don't act surprised. If you're watching this with your girl, don't act surprised. Be like, yeah, that's what's on porn. And then again, the girls shouldn't act surprised either, because they watch it too. They're a bunch of liars, and they want to act like they don't watch porn. Okay, so back to the point. Like I came across with this one where it's like, like how stupid do they think we are? Like it's fucking like, I guess this girl is doing laundry. And you know, she reaches into the fucking dryer to get the clothes out, right? So I guess she reached in too far, because I don't know who sticks their head that far into the dryer, but she reached in too far, and she clearly, again, in porn, there's a bunch of like these like supermodel fucking ridiculously hot women, right? So have you seen how big the hole is for a fucking dryer? So I guess she reached too far, and somehow she got stuck. I don't know how. I don't know how the fuck she got stuck. Because the only way for you to get stuck in a dryer is you have to be obese. Like straight up, you have to be obese. You have to be extremely round. And so it's a supermodel chick fucking gets stuck in the dryer, right? She can't get out. And this young dude this young dude comes out of, let's put a scenario. It's or scenario. I guess it's a stepmom stuck in the dryer, and then her stepson's friend comes over looking for him, and he doesn't find him, and then I guess he sees this mom stuck in the dryer, and she's already wearing a thong. I don't know what the fuck. She's already wearing like lingerie, right? So, which is weird, but I guess if that's how you do laundry. But he walks in and he sees her like struggling to get out, and his first thought is, "Oh, let me get in on this," or maybe, what is that thing called? The fucking that little. Hey guys, what's that little? This goes to show how I don't do laundry. What's that thing you stick in the dryer so your clothes smells good? Hey, can you guys hear me? What's that thing you stick in the dryer so the clothes smells good? Dryer sheet. There you go. Sorry. So I guess this guy's first thought is, maybe she needs me to stick my dryer sheet into her fucking crevice. Or that thing, that thing that slides out of the dryer that you have to empty because it gets, that's shaped like a snatch, right? So his first thought was, let me get on this action. So he pulls down his pants, and then the mom, who's fucking stuck in the dryer, she like feels this sensation, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? But apparently she doesn't care, and she ends up enjoying it, which never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But I was gonna say a joke about rape, but yeah, like that's fucking hilarious. Like, how do you get stuck in a dryer? 2, how does a young guy come and like his first thought is like, yeah, she's stuck. That guy's a fucking rapist. That's what he is. That's what he fucking is. So we're basically watching rape, but then the woman ends up enjoying it. So is it really rape? I don't know. But that's the kind of shit you see in porn, right? And that's pretty much it, guys. You know what? I'm gonna stop blabbing on about porn before I get a hard on. And I don't even edit this video. I go straight home. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and then I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.